The D23 Expo happened on the 10th of September 2022, and in short, many people, including myself, believed it was anticlimactic. On the first day, I was facepalming every frickin' time Disney announced their live-action remake projects. Mufasa, a Lion King prequel, a live-action Snow White project, the live-action Little Mermaid. Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I am shivering in cringe just letting that announcement roll off my tongue. And while we didn't get any movie announcements from Lucasfilms in regards to Star Wars movies, we have some fresh coverage to talk about from the D23 panel in regards to Marvel Studios. Yay! Now, before I move on with this segment, just remember that we are a cinema podcast, which means we only talk about movie-related topics. I will say, though, that we got some awesome bits of footage from the MCU and Star Wars TV shows, and/or The Mandalorian Season 3, that we'll unfortunately not be covering on the Cinema Courtroom. Now sit back and enjoy as I begin with Ant-Man Quantumania. Footage has been shown for Ant-Man 3 Quantumania, and according to multiple reports of eyewitnesses from the panel, Kang makes his first debut in an MCU movie. Fans got to behold him in Loki, but the first movie that we are going to see his presence in is Ant-Man Quantumania. In the footage that we saw of him, he tries to enlist Scott Lang's assistance. He refuses, and as a result of that alliance getting rejected, Kang utilizes telekinesis powers. And it's truly fascinating that we are getting a proper head start on the next Thanos level threat in Phase 5. And especially in Ant-Man Quantumania, we actually get to explore more of the quantum realm. Possibly all of it, considering they have 2 movies of Ant-Man in the can, and a third movie could very well just be all about the quantum realm and its further use in the MCU. Obviously, we're going to see Kang in his full prime in Avengers Kang Dynasty. I definitely cannot wait for that in a few years' time. For Fantastic Four, no pun intended, for Fantastic Four, the only news that we got was that Matt Shankman is set to direct Fantastic Four, and he also directed the Disney Plus series WandaVision. Interesting stuff. For the next set of news, I am just going to say a short disclaimer, and if it doesn't apply to you, then that's nothing to worry about, but there is a certain casting for a certain character that might upset certain groups of minorities. If I tell you who the person is, and you don't see where someone might get offended by them, then that's fair game. I don't expect you to, do a heavy load of research. Just be uninformed. I'm saying that sarcastically. But I know that there might be some potential listeners who won't appreciate me disclosing this news, or even commenting on it on a way that I'll be commenting. And I get that. However, I did say I was going to cover the latest news for the movies. Disclaimer out of the way, let's jump straight to Captain America New World Order, coming out in 2024. Let's start with the non-controversial news first. I almost contemplated doing that, but I want to talk about the fun stuff, because, the main villain for Captain America 4 has been revealed to be the same villain from The Incredible Hulk. Apparently, it's going to be the leader. We will also be getting Isaiah Bradley, played by Carl Lumbly. Again, it turns out that he is confirmed to be in Captain America New World Order. And I'll tell you what, he displayed some immense talent in the Falcon and Winter Soldier series. That being said, I'm very excited to see him on board for another Captain America related project. Taurus, the guy who is meant to be the new Falcon, again revealed in the Falcon and Winter Soldier, is set to return for Captain America New Order. Anthony Mackie as the new Captain America, Sam Wilson, is obviously going to return. No question about that. Now, let's get to what my controversial disclaimer was about. Shira Haas, I don't know if I pronounced her name correctly, is an actress who's going to play, again, disclaimer, Sabra. Now, you might be wondering why I would put a disclaimer about this specific piece of information. Well, that's because Sabra is a character who's an Israeli superhero. And in case you don't know why that may upset some people, again, you can do your research. Google is free if you don't know. Well, for starters, it's not the fact that she happens to be Israeli, whose threat is a 8-year-old Palestinian boy. But whatever. And this character is played by an Israeli actress, which is all fine and good. Everyone, and I mean everyone, deserves an equal shot at Hollywood. But anyway, it's just that if you look at Sabra's fictional biography, as if the name isn't bad enough, she serves with the Mossad, which is the Israeli secret service, which apparently is existent in fictional Marvel lore, as well as real life. And I kid you not, Sabra battles the Hulk in the comics because she mistakes him to be an Arab terrorist operating in Israel. I don't know why and how she's going to be in Captain America New World Order while being portrayed in this way. And I'm honestly very curious on how significant that she's going to be to the plot, because there are other actors and actresses that haven't been announced, and that's because chances are they're only going to play minor roles. But to have your role announced in the movie ahead of time is a clear indication that it's going to be fundamental to the Captain America New World Order screenplay. But we do know that, in D23, that was who was confirmed in the casting list. Let's just say that I feel a bit iffy about this character. But I mean, then again, that's just me. I'm still going to watch the movie. It's just that the Sabra character has a questionable backstory, which is being portrayed in a positive light in the comics, and straight up supports and perpetrates dodgy ideologies that dehumanize specific minority groups. All of that controversial crap aside, we got Marvel Studios' Thunderbolts coming up next. Boy, do I got a lot of news to share about that. Yelena is confirmed. John Walker is also confirmed. We have frickin' David Harbour back as the Red Guardian. Let's go! We have Ghost, who played somewhat of a villain in Ant-Man and the Wasp. And of course we got Val, a mysterious lady who runs a secret organization, which is probably the Thunderbolts. Bucky is back. Look who's back. Back again. And Kevin Feige described Bucky's reappearance to be, and I quote, the quietest person in the Thunderbolts group. I guess there's going to be a lot of character evolution for Bucky. For the Marvels, we imagine that most of this information has already been discussed at length. The first footage for it was released in D23. We see Nick Fury talking to Captain Monica Rambeau as she's wearing an astronaut suit in space. She touches a space thing and swaps spots with Kamala Khan. Rambeau tells the Khans, our light-based powers are entangled. It seems like the movie will also have a light-hearted comedic tone. That's all I have to share with you today from the D23 panel. I know, this coverage is late, but I just wanted to take some time to break it down and react to it as fast as I can, hence my pacing voice. What do you guys think about these fascinating new tidbits from Marvel Studios? How do you feel that no Star Wars movie was confirmed? What a bummer. Or that there was no Fantastic Four casting. I'm gonna rage. I feel a bit bummed out, as if you couldn't tell. Whatever. You guys jot it down in the comment section below about what you think about D23.